It is good, yo. It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, we are going to be reacting to DBG ranking the best point guards in NBA 2K22 Myteam. Now, I want to start off this video by saying a lot of the best point guards that we have in the game are out now, right? This was before. Okay, this was before the Lonzo, this was before the Harden, this was before the Roses in my team. So, obviously, this is before those four. Those four all would be at that top tier for me. Just kind of want to say that right away. But those four are all pretty expensive. So, after those four, you know, who is the next best? So, we're going to be looking at in this video. Before we dive any further into that, if you are new to the channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button as we are on the road to 90,000 subscribers. Caruso's not bad. I mean,
like Caruso.
I've used him.
And this isn't one of those situations where I'm like, oh, I like him, I don't love him. I genuinely do love Alex Caruso. I just want to make that as clear as anything that I genuinely think Alex Caruso
love is crazy. He's okay.
The only problem with Alex Caruso is that
he's literally just
Caruso really is that he's just
offensively his struggles.
He's just not good enough at anything except defense. The guy plays really good defense. Don't get me wrong, the guy plays really, really good defense.
He'll compete out there, but that's about it.
He honestly does not do anything else well enough that I'm high on him. So, he's a decent shooter. He's overall decent. He's fine. He's C tier. Iverson,
that's fair. He better be down there in D tier. He's worse than Caruso.
B tier?
Oh my gosh.
Like Caruso versus Iverson is a tough one because
Iverson.
If you're asking me who I would rather use, the answer is possibly Caruso.
Exactly.
Like, in general, Iverson's definitely the better card.
No, he's not. He's 6 feet tall.
He's most definitely the better card over Alex Caruso.
He's not the better card. I don't care.
I know. I think this is the right spot to put him.
It's not the right spot.
I really do think this is the right spot to put him.
The fact that we got AI for a level 40 reward is a disgrace. It's a disgrace.
Baron Davis A. Baron Davis, I'm definitely putting Baron Davis in A tier.
That's fine. He's going to get mashed on the interior.
So
that's okay, but he's just going to get mashed.
Put him in that tier. I think just overall, his defense is very, very good.
It is.
Like, absolutely. He is easily one of the best perimeter defenders. His interior is bad.
But that's the problem. I mean, he's just going to get mashed.
Like, his interior stops him from being like one of the best 2 or 3 overall point guard defenders. But I'm telling you, I think if you're talking about perimeter defenders, he belongs on that list. He's got that interceptor badge. He plays lanes really well.
I mean, that's fair. If he had good interior, he would be good.
Pretty good.
He just doesn't.
I don't mind base dribble style. I really don't. I know a lot of people hate base dribble style. I really don't mind it at all.
I do not like it.
So he's going A tier for me. Sura.
He's better than BD.
I'm not sure if he's quite top 5. Like, we always have to take into account there are only 5 players going.
And now, I mean, 4 out of the top 5 are set in stone. I mean, at this point. But this was before those point guards. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting.
So,
I think A tier is right for Sura.
With 5 players going to S, we've got to put... I got to put him in A for now. He might go up, but he's A for now. CP3. And CP3 is
No, CP3 is at least minimum A tier. He's better than Baron Davis.
Not Iverson tier.
No, he's not. He's way better than AI.
CP3 is in that Iverson tier.
They're not even comparable.
So
these cards are not comparable.
Like, for me, Iverson versus Chris Paul, I think CP3 does some things better. He's a better defender. But
way better defender.
Iverson moves with better than CP3.
What?
I know, for example, like Splash absolutely balled with CP3 in a game on stream, calling the best point guard in the game. If you're not going to be good with Iverson, you're not going to be good with CP3. I mean,
here's the difference, DBG. CP3 can compete on the interior. He can get brick wall. He can get post spin technique or post lockdown. He's got like 80 interior. He can compete.
Now, I think Dame's now a tier below. Dame does not play defense.
I think Dame's better than
I'm
Iverson.
sorry, I don't care what his stats suggest. I don't care what badge you give him. The guy does not play defense.
He doesn't, but he's better offensively than AI
in this
by
game
far.
Is one of the worst defenders in the entire game.
You're right.
Like,
but offensively, he's way better than AI.
He's going to be attacked on defense. And offensively, I don't even find him to be much better than, for example, an Iverson or
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Stop. Yes, he is.
Heck, forgot his name, or a CP3. I think offensively, he's probably not as good as those guys.
He's better than AI.
Now, Garland's better. Garland is just a better version of Damian Lillard.
This new one, yeah.
I think just in general, Darius Garland.
But he's still going to be way bad. He's going to be awful on defense still. He's not comparable to CP3 in my opinion.
So, like, his defense is going to be somewhat comparable. His defense is going to be slightly better than Dame, but his offense is way, way better in terms of just his overall
It's a little
movement,
better. Let's not gas this
stuff.
card. He's a little bit
I think
better.
he's really, really nice. I think he's a bit undersized at 6'1" with a 6'1" wingspan. But at the same time,
nobody's running him.
Like, while he does feel
I'll say this: CP3 is better than Garland.
tiny,
I'm just gonna throw that out
any
there.
smaller than someone like a Dame. So yeah, he's gonna be here in B tier. Then we get Dave Bing. I mean, at this stage, Dave Bing's got to go into worthless.
Doesn't he have
I don't
jump
even
shot
think he's
though?
that terrible. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's that terrible. But he just has to, doesn't he? He just has to go worthless.
I don't know. There's some worse cards than Dave Bing.
He's 2 tiers worse than these two guys. He's
Probably.
at least 2 tiers worse than these two guys. The guy's worthless. Then we've got De'Aaron Fox. Now, I think De'Aaron... I don't think De'Aaron's as good as these guys. Like,
I feel like I overrated De'Aaron when he came out. There's something about his player build that just isn't good.
For a lot of people, De'Aaron's going to be better than CP3. De'Aaron's going to be better than Iverson. De'Aaron's going to be better than Garland.
De'Aaron's better than Iverson, no doubt.
Problem is that, like, De'Aaron...
What's the
for
problem?
a lot of people on the other end are going to be way better with the smaller point guards, especially ones that are offensively are as talented as CP3, Allen Iverson, and
De'Aaron Fox
De'Aaron,
offensively is
Garland.
good.
So I just think at their best, there are a lot of people that are going to prefer De'Aaron. I think 25 interior kind of moves him down, but I don't think De'Aaron's that much better than Caruso. I really don't. Rose is going to go D tier. I think later on in the year when we get a Derrick Rose, the card's going to be a beast.
Little did DBG know that we got a new D-Rose. Now, D-Rose is not the top point guard in the game, in my opinion, the new one, but offensively, he is so tough. Like, I do not ever want to come up against D-Rose because he's going to be tough.
Later on in my team, like, we're going to get
not even later on. We already got
Derrick
one.
Rose card.
Already got one, man.
But this card is not it. Obviously, the guy came out week 3. Like, the first week was... No, he came out week 1. Came out, I think he came out 17th September.
He did.
Flash 1.
He was good,
Like,
though.
he's obviously going to be outdated.
Did he come out with Dikembe, I think?
Now, Fred's only going into his lower tier. I don't think
Fred
anything
had
as
his
good as
time,
Dame.
man.
Sorry, as Garland or CP3 or Iverson.
That
He's just not
Amy
as good.
Fred
He's
was
tiny.
different, though.
His release isn't bad, though, again. I had a lot of fun with him. He was easy to do challenges with, even scoring online. He's just only okay. So I'm going to go A and S for the Paytons.
That's fine. The sad part is if you got Dark Matter Gary Payton, he's not even the best point guard in the game.
Honestly, both.
That's the sad part.
It's a weird one. I prefer Baron Davis to Big Time Payton.
I am losing brains. Like, no way you like Baron Davis more than Gary Payton. There's no way. He has a better release. That is it.
Oh, why?
He has a better release. That's literally it.
I know most people just really don't.
That is
And
terrible.
most people would not be on
What in the world, DBG?
doing the same thing as me with that. Like, most people
What in the world?
are nowhere
What
near
in
as
the
high
world?
on... Or
Baron Davis? Yeah.
Most people are nowhere near as high on Baron Davis as they are with
It's not even
Gary
close,
Payton.
DBG.
But for me,
Not even
I just
close.
preferred Baron Davis. Because again, I don't really do much half-court dribbling of people. I play the whole... basically, again, I play like this game like it's 2K20. I deep hash. I run at weird angles to the basket. Like, I literally play this game like it's 2K20. Hence why I'm not very good at the game this year. And for me,
that's my offense,
Baron
man.
Davis is a lot
You just
better, but I do
gotta
think they're the
run
same
around.
tier. I do think maybe you could argue, like, more likely it is that this Payton gets up to Baron Davis, but I'm going to put them same tier. I think Sarah's better than both. Gilbert, oh, he's a trash
I was
can.
going to say, Gilbert better be a worthless. I'll take Dave Bing over him.
Lads, Gilbert is an absolute trash
We got a
can.
lot
I
of
don't
trash
care
cans
what
on this
anyone
list,
says.
though.
Like, I don't care what anyone says. This guy is an absolute trash can. Like, I used him when he first came out. I said he was a trash can. You guys laughed at me.
We need
And
a
now yous are
Gilbert
all
Arenas
saying he's a
with,
trash
like,
can.
base 3.
I remember my
Jump
gameplay, I
shot
called
3,
him the
that's
worst
what we
pink
need.
diamond. Everybody's like, oh no, he's really good. He greens a lot. It's like, dude, it's base 11. Like, it's terrible.
Can we all just think about how much we didn't appreciate base 11 when
Again,
it was
I
an
really
actual
don't care.
thing?
I really don't care what other people are saying about this release. It's absolutely...
Like, they just need to bring base 11 back to what
yeah.
it once was. That release was so smooth.
So, yeah, he's going to worthless there. One of my least favorite players in all of my team. And you guys know how much I hate Gilbert. He's like, base 11 is a release that I hate so much.
It's terrible.
I now
Base
hate Hito
11 is
terribly.
really bad.
Like, you know it's bad if it makes me hate Hito. Gus, I'm going to put Gus in, like, B. Gus isn't terrible. He moves.
Gus is horrible, guys. He is horrible.
Like, he's got, he's a mech card. He's got good speed.
The fact that you're comparing Gus Williams to CP3 is horrible.
Like,
CP3
98
is
speed
A
is the only
tier.
good thing. I remember The worst was when I said it, when I was talking about him. When I was looking through his stats, the last stat I called out was 98 speed and then said meh. I was not saying his 98 speed was meh. I was trying to say he's a meh card, but he has 98 speed was
like Chris Paul literally
he's very
levels above
he's very
Gus
meh.
Williams.
If there's any word that I can use to describe him, it's that. He's not good, not bad.
Gus is horrible.
So average.
He's horrible.
Meh. It's the best way to describe him. IT. I'm putting IT in that tier as well.
It's sad because IT was really good for his time.
I don't
But again,
think
he's only
IT's,
6'1". I mean, nowadays he's gonna get bullied.
I think I might move Gus Williams down a tier.
Thank you. Gus the Bus is horrible.
Gus Williams might be one too high.
Might as well move AI down while you're
Gus
at
doesn't
it.
create like those guys. I'm moving Gus down a tier. Gus is going to C tier. Gus isn't bad though.
He's horrible.
He's really not
If
bad.
he's your starting point guard, guys, we've got a problem.
At all. So
he is horrible.
yeah, I think he's slept on, but also you can be slept on and not be brilliant. Like people are talking about him like he's an actual bum, but like he's just okay.
No, he is a
Ja.
bum. You're comparing him to Pete Diamond, Fred VanVleet, and he's a triple threat offline reward. He is a scrub.
I'm gonna go C tier and S tier with Ja.
I mean, before the new point guards came out, I'd agree.
I think
Ja
Ja's
was S
brilliant.
tier.
I think this Ja is really, really good, lads.
I do agree. That was before the new content.
Like, I'm super high on Ja Morant's Galaxy Opal card. I think he's one of the best point guards in the game. I think 500k is scandalous. I think his price is absolutely ridiculous.
But that's just because his name's Ja Morant, man. I mean, he's an exciting card to watch. People want him in 2K.
Absolutely
it's
brilliant.
Just the way it is.
Like, there's no question about it. He's better than Baron Davis. There's no question about it. He's better than Gary Payton. He's no question about it. Even though you might say Sir is taller, but in my opinion, there's no question about it. He's better than Bob Sura.
Well, yeah.
But his price is scandalous.
That Pink Diamond Gary, not horrible.
Then we've got Jason Kidd. D2.
Defensively, he's gonna hold it down. Like I think defensively, he might.
Jason Kidd is nowhere near as bad as the worst players on this list. Like,
yeah,
the
because he can defend.
Guys, I was about to say, so Dave Bing's not even. There's like Dave Bing is so much better than Gilbert Arenas as well.
Yeah.
But Jason Kidd can play defense.
He's gonna do something.
Like,
for
again,
you
he's D tier because he only plays.
And that's the thing. He's at least gonna
get Lynn.
For
Lynn's going S.
Lynn is good. The problem is we just got so many good
Lynn's
point
going
guards.
S. Lynn's one of the best point guards in the game. Lynn is just better guy. Lynn is somewhere in between the Paytons. In my opinion, Lynn is like
he's not that much better than Pink
he's
Diamond
not
Gary.
as good as Opal or as Dark Matter Payton, but he's better than Pink Diamond Payton. He's like in between the two Paytons. So wherever that sweet spot is between Pink Diamond, if you guys don't know why I'm comparing them, it's like they've like the same jump shot base. Like their sigs
basically
are
the same
unbelievably
card.
similar. They're the same jump shot base, the same dribble style, the same behind the back. I think they have the same crossover. Like those two cards are eerily similar when it comes to
they are
animations. Which is obviously Payton's taller. Payton's going to be taller, and Payton's going to get better defensive animations because he's got better tendencies. But like Lynn is really, really good, lads.
Lynn's my no money
He's
spent point guard. I mean, it's sad because I'm going to be coming up against.
If you give Lynn gold
but
range, because of the way how high his jump shot rating is, he already comes with chef, but he was one of the better shooters in the game as well. Like he's a really nice card, and he's someone that for like 15k or whatever the hell he goes for. Like if you want someone like a Ja, like just don't. As much as Ja is better than Jeremy Lin, but
Ja is he's massively overrated. Ja's
you're comparing 15k.
Let's not gas
to 400k. So yeah, there is absolutely no.
Now Ja's price probably went down.
There is no excuse if you're running with Ja Morant instead of Jeremy Lin. Even if you have all the MT, just run with freaking Lin. He's not good. Jerry West. I'm gonna go West in A. Like West was
I don't mind it.
Hovering.
West is okay, man.
West really was hovering. He was somewhere between A and B. I think I'm gonna stick with A in the end.
He's just okay.
It's not
that's the only thing I can say.
I'd
prefer Chris Paul to
A, but it's
Jerry
not like
West.
it's a resounding A.
I like Chris Paul.
If you want to
though.
argue that Jerry West should be
he's
B,
the
that's
most out of
perfectly fine.
place. Chris Paul is the most out of place in my opinion.
Then we got Stockton.
Ew.
I don't even mind Stockton, but he is D.
He is horrible. What do you mean you don't mind him?
Like I know Ty hated this card. I actually didn't mind him. He doesn't move that well, but I like that release.
He is horrible.
Like, I really do like the release or his release. So he's gonna go into.
That's
still
a
going
disgrace.
to a low tier though because
it's a disgrace. The fact that even 2K even gave us this John Stockton card is a disgrace. He is horrible.
So yeah,
horrible.
John Stockton going here into D tier. John Wall.
Look, I'm
John
sorry.
Wall's going to probably go A tier.
John Wall's at least A tier.
I think in overall cards, did I put John Wall in B tier? I think he's not in the top 5 point guards in the game.
He's close.
But I think he's comparable to Baron Davis.
He's better than Baron Davis.
Like for me, John Wall's just like slightly worse Baron Davis.
He's better than Baron Davis. Don't get me on timing. It's not even close.
So
Baron's got the release.
again, I think
but
most people,
else,
I think A tier
John
is
Wall's
completely
got.
fair for him. And then again, I think most people would have John Wall over Sura. So
And Baron Davis.
I don't know what I'm arguing. Like this is one of the more obvious choices, John Wall in A tier. At Calderon, I hate Calderon. Doesn't even come quick for a step.
DBG loved Jose Calderon last year. I remember.
He's a mediocre jump shooter. Like he's
I remember
not even
last
shooting
year.
Jeremy Lin.
Last
He
year,
got the same
DBG
release.
swore
He doesn't
by
move like
Jose
Jeremy Lin.
Calderon. He swore
And
by
his,
it, man.
can't dunk. Or doesn't play defense. Like, he's definitely not worthless. Like, Dave Bing should be probably getting out of worthless here.
He might.
I don't like Dave. Well, I do like Dave Bing. I don't think he's that bad.
Gilbert is worse than Dave Bing. I will agree to that.
So, yeah, Dave Bing's coming in here in...
But, like, objectively, is John Stockton better than Gilbert?
into D tier. Gilbert Arenas deserves his own tier. He's the worst by a mile on so far on the list.
He's just hating on
anyone else in the
Gilbert's
Arenas
not
tier?
that horrible.
There's one more in the Gilbert Arenas tier. There's going to be one more in the Gilbert Arenas tier that
I don't know who it's going to be.
But, Kemba's
bad,
almost Gilbert Arenas tier. Kemba just plays no defense. Kemba's like a worse Damian Lillard. Like, he's very much like a worse Damian Lillard. Like, he can still score. If you need to go get a score, Kemba can do it. Kemba can move. But if you're asking me whether or not Kemba Walker belongs
the
any
Emmy
higher
Kemba
on
earlier on in
I
the
don't
year
think so.
when we really didn't have
is Kemba the best
point
player in
guard, he
D
was
tier?
okay.
Offensively, 1000%. I think
rose it
maybe
up
you
there.
can you can make the argument that he's the best player in this tier, but at the same time,
I'm taking Jason Kidd over him every day of the week.
I don't know. I think
He's D tier. It's the end of discussion.
I think I might take Gilbert Arenas off this entire list. He's
over-gassing how bad
Gilbert
Gilbert
Arenas,
is.
Rajon Rondo, this Russell Westbrook. This Westbrook's okay. This Westbrook's okay to when I have my cursor right now. This Westbrook absolutely stinks.
Okay, let's relax on Rondo and Russ, okay? First of all, Rondo for his time was decent. Russ
Anyone
is
else
not
is
very
worthless.
good.
Tim Hardaway's so bad. Like, and especially base Tim Hardaway. He's not complete. He's 6 foot tall. He's got a small player build. And
look who we got at D tier, DBG. You got Scrubs at D
worthless.
tier.
He's worthless for an opal, but he's not worthless.
Parker is terrible. I'm sorry, he is horrible.
Tim Hardaway's like a way worse version of Patty Mills. Patty Mills is going into D tier. The thing with Patty Mills, though, is
anything D or lower, guys, DBG's got. I'm not going to argue about garbage men. Garbage men are garbage
the card
men,
is pretty good.
Like, I'm not going to waste my breath arguing about Rajon Rondo and Patty Mills.
Is just
like, they're both garbage men. I'll take Rondo every day of the week.
He's a shooter who doesn't come with Ranger Chef. It's a very confusing one. He might come with Chef. He's a shooter who definitely doesn't come with
Hey, man.
With range.
All I know
anyway,
is the Brooklyn Nets are a disaster right now. They are an absolute mess right now.
Look, it's not the end of the world. It is not the end of the world with him, but I do think D tier is probably the most fair spot for him. I really do.
It's probably about right.
I really do. So
I'm gonna say this: James Harden deserves better. Y'all can send him in the comments.
Heinrich's good.
Send him to Philly and see what happens.
Heinrich's good. He's got like shifty dribble style. I think C tier is probably right.
I don't know if I've
I wish
ever
I was
used
wrong
Kirk
with saying
Heinrich,
that.
guys, so
I wish I could say, oh yeah, he's most definitely.
Can we as a community move CP3 up to A tier? I prefer CP3 to more than half the people at A tier. That's my opinion.
Kirk Heinrich is definitely.
I saw CP3 punch Yao at the rim the other day. Like, come on.
D tier player, but he's just not.
CP3 is
I think I
him
moved
in this
Dame up
game.
before I moved Heinrich up. As much as I like Heinrich, he's not even. I'm gonna move Dame up. I'm gonna move Dame up one.
That's fine.
Yeah, I like that.
That's fine.
Kyrie, I'm gonna put Kyrie in B tier as well.
Kyrie is way better than Allen Iverson.
Kyrie's not bad.
Way better than Allen Iverson. It's not even
Like,
a debate.
As much as I
you
hate
can debate
Kyrie,
a lot of things, that's one
Kyrie's
thing
diamond.
you cannot
As much
debate.
as I absolutely despise Kyrie I've despised Kyrie in other years in 2K. He's actually pretty freaking good. So I'm going to put Kyrie Irving in here at B tier. I think B tier is the
It's probably right.
is the correct
Kyrie.
position for Mr. Kyrie. He's definitely not A, but he's also better than C. LaMelo S.
Easy S for LaMelo.
Okay.
Now for today's game, he's probably not even a top 3-point guard in the game, but he is still
I'm happy
really
with my point
good.
guys list so far.
Like LaMelo's the second best.
LaMelo's really good. Again, LaMelo's
It's sad
6'6".
he's not necessarily the
Can
top
move.
point guard in the game anymore, but he's still up there.
He's also got... He's 6'6", he can move. He's also got a really good release. The problem is that in terms of just creating, he's not going to be the greatest.
That's the problem.
If he can hit off the catch and shoot, he can kind
his
of move
release
left
is
right.
good.
His slash
Creating
dribble
is
style is
just
kind
not
of a
great.
negative, but I really like that release.
His release is
Overall,
really
as a
good.
card, he belongs
And he's
in,
really good defensively. Because of his
he belongs in
defensive
S. There's no
tendencies,
brainer,
he's so
especially with
good.
the Huff Interceptor. Okay, so Lou Will. Lou Will's a surprising inclusion in C tier.
I don't know if I've even looked at
Lou Will is
like
actually
that,
a surprising
honestly.
inclusion in C. Lou Williams is better than D.
Well, look at who is
I'm
at
shocked
D
at him saying
tier.
that 'cause he's freaking Lou Williams, but
D
he's
tier
not-
is
he's not good.
absolute
He's not
garbage,
absolutely
man.
horrific. Like, he's 2K.
It's going to be interesting to see where he drags Magic Johnson. Because Magic is still really
I don't
good
know what
in
to
my
say.
team.
Like, I literally, when I made a video on him, the guy was the single cheapest diamond in the game. He was less. Like, I bought mine for 1.9k. For that price, he's actually solid. And I think he's a similar level to, like, an Isaiah Thomas. He's very similar level, in fact, to an Isaiah Thomas. So, if you're out there if you're arguing Isaiah Thomas should be, he should be in the same tier. Wherever Isaiah Thomas is, that's the tier that he should be in. I stand by whatever tier Isaiah
fine.
Thomas is, and it is the tier
Again,
where
I'm not going to be one to argue like C tier
Magic
cards.
Johnson.
Whatever C tier is cool. I'll argue Magic.
And Magic, if he suits your playstyle, he's S. If he doesn't,
again,
he's probably
I think Magic Johnson is S tier.
B.
That's my opinion.
No
I
point
think
using him if
Magic
he doesn't suit
Johnson
your
is S
playstyle.
tier.
Honestly, it's just the way he is. He's tall, but he's slow.
6'9", man. He is 6'9".
And by slow, I mean the guy literally doesn't run properly.
If we get
I
a
know
new
what
Magic,
you've
he's
done the last
playing
2
in
years, Magic
250K.
Johnson. He does not run
He does
properly.
it. You're right. I fully
So,
agree with that. You're exactly right.
It
He
is a
doesn't
big,
move
big
that way.
flaw when a player is running up and down the floor and they're jogging.
Like, I get
It
it,
doesn't
and I
matter
agree.
what their speed is because they're going to jog.
I get it,
And that
I
is the
agree.
case with Magic Johnson, and it's been the case for the last 2 years. I don't know. Magic Johnson eventually learned how to run last year, but it did take a while. It did take a while before we had a fully, like, a Magic Johnson who knew how to put his left foot in front of his right foot.
Okay, now
So
like
I'm hoping that
it's true though, because in what was it, 2K20, where Magic Johnson deep hash was literally the meta. It was
I'm hoping
so
the next
elite.
Magic Johnson we get can run.
It won't be
But
able to.
unfortunately,
it's
the
just,
Pink Diamond can't.
it's just something in 2K. I don't know why.
Unfortunately, he can't run.
We need a new
But
Magic.
yeah,
though.
so he's gonna go A tier. If he could run, he'd be no-brainer S. Problem is, again, as we've discovered, he can't. Mark Price D. Mark Price is not worthless.
Mark
D
Price
tier is the
bad.
perfect spot for Mark Price because he actually has a good release. It's not the fastest release in the world, but he's never.
I'm
gonna
sorry, Mark Price is
miss the
base
base 28. He's got range extender.
Base
He's decent with
28
clutch
is
time. He's
chicken,
actually
I
got
will
good
say.
defensive badges and stats.
Base
Problem is
29
again he's
is
6 foot tall,
absolutely
so that
chicken.
kind of nullifies.
But like D tier and
basically
lower
everything he does on
again is
defense.
like
He's not going to play any of it. Is he as good as like a Garland? No.
not even close.
I think maybe Mark. Like if I've got
No,
Garland,
no,
and D,
no,
I'll put
no,
Mark-
no,
Mark
no,
Price
no,
in C.
no. Oh my gosh, what is
I'm
C
standing by
tier
that. If I'm
coming
putting
to?
Darius Garland,
What is C
D
tier
Mark
coming
Price is
to?
going into C. Because he's not that horrific. He's really not. Like, he's way better than Stockton. He's way better than Calderon. He's slightly.
What
better
is
than
C
Kemba,
tier
maybe?
coming to?
I think I might have to move Kemba up a tier as well.
No!
I'm moving Kemba up one. Yeah, I think I'm liking my tier list a little better now.
I'm not.
Kemba's freaking good though.
Kemba is not
Kemba
good.
Is genuinely good.
Stop saying he's good. Kemba is not good.
Um,
You need to hear what you're saying.
offensively anyway.
Kemba is not good.
Obviously in defense, he doesn't play like a defense.
I'll
but it is what
punch
it is.
Kemba's thing.
Conley.
Man.
Conley's a really solid defender. Conley's going C. He's definitely on the lower end of C.
Conley
But
not
like
horrible,
a
man.
lot of people really like Mike Conley, and he's pretty damn good. Like his movement is nice, his shooting's pretty good. Even though he only has base 22 on normal. It's one of those releases that on small players it feels fine. But it's like the taller player gets, the worse the release ends up
Again,
being.
Conley's probably
His
fine, man.
all-around game is pretty damn good. Like, he does a decent job. He's like a poor man's version of that Freddie VanVleet card. Again,
Fred VanVleet a hooper, man.
it's, like, Fred's had his time, and this isn't Fred's time, but
Fred, he was
isn't
a
absolutely
hooper.
usable. Like, C tier is not that terrible. I think that's definitely where Mike Conley belongs. Then we've got
Tiny Archibald.
Tiny Archibald.
Bad.
I mean, C as well.
C is where he belongs. He's not horrible though.
C as well. He's definitely again on that Mike Conley level, the lower end. Like,
can we get to some good cards? Like, these cards are all
it's
garbage
not,
cans.
That's a good position for him in C tier. B.
Who we got next?
Then we have got Big O. I think this Big O.
He's a card we're probably gonna see a new one soon, but unless they change his dribble style, it's probably not gonna matter.
I think both Oscar Robertsons are B tier. 6'5", moves pretty nice.
He moves
honestly,
terribly.
he doesn't have the Pro 3 behind the back anymore, but he still moves pretty nice.
But if we get a new Oscar, he's probably gonna be okay.
His jumper's not as bad as I thought it was initially gonna be.
It's like the problem is
He's fine.
all these tall point guards are nullified by Jalen Rose.
No one ever used the Amethyst in the B set because, well, the dimes are ridiculously cheap. And then no one ever used the pink dime because he was a lock-in for a really expensive set. So people just haven't really experienced this guy. He's pretty good.
Oscar's fine.
Like, I
He's
think
smooth.
he's not A. But he's not the worst player in B.
Who is?
Again, he's 6'5".
AI?
So if you do want to run top point guards,
Dame
he's
probably.
absolutely perfect
I
for
mean,
you because he's
defensively, you're gonna be able to hold it down a
pretty
little
decent
bit.
height at that point guard position. But
But
again,
it's like
I would
we
still
got
probably
Magic
go with like an
Johnson.
OJ Mayo or a Larry Hughes or a
I
Sarah
hate
over him, but he's
OJ
still
Mayo.
pretty good.
I
So now we
can't
got Penny.
stand OJ
This is our
Mayo.
final S tier player.
Nowadays, Penny's probably a top 10 point guard in the game, whereas before the last content drop, he was probably top 5.
This is
But
our final
Penny for his
S-tier
price
player,
is
lads.
still
We've got
good, guys.
Penny Hardaway.
For his
So
price,
Penny's
is
in
still
there.
really good.
And honestly, I think Penny's good.
If we
I
get a
think
new
Penny
Penny,
is really,
watch
really
out.
good. I think
we
he's
might
a
be
tall
due for a
point
new
guard. He's better
Penny,
than
and
Magic.
watch out. No question better than Magic.
For me,
just 'cause
he's
of his
different to
movement.
LaMelo because he moves a lot better than Melo, but he's also not even on the same stratosphere as Melo defensively.
Yeah.
So
it's tough.
yeah, I
Penny's
think,
tough to guard. I'll say that.
I think the right spot for Penny is S. I think the right spot is definitely S tier for Penny
Definitely tough to
Hardaway.
guard.
Easily, yeah, he's top 5. He's top 5. Pete
He's
Maravich.
still
I'm putting Pete
Pete.
Maravich in C tier. I should like this card.
It's just Pete had his opportunity for us
Again,
to
I
get
just
a
want
good
to put
Pete.
it out
That
there.
opportunity's
like, I really
dead.
should like the card.
I mean, we
Because
don't even have an
he's-
opportunity to use Pistol Pete anymore.
Like, he's a good defender.
Only 6'5".
Or so he's a good
This
shooter.
card should have
He
been
had a good
good.
release. He got shifty
But he
dribble
just
style, and he's a
wasn't.
mediocre defender. I just don't know why I hate the card.
He just wasn't good.
I never
And
have
it's not
trouble
even
playing
just
against
DBG.
them. I just hate using them. C. Rubio C.
Rubio's not very good, guys.
Most people are in C tier, which is fine because he's the middle tier. Rubio's 6'4".
C tier is just full of people who
Not
are
gonna
not
be able
good
to
at
walk
this
too much.
game.
But a really good defender.
That's the conclusion I came to. B tier
Like-
and above are okay. That's really the conclusion I'm
really,
drawing.
really good defender.
So I'm not listening to
Rubio's C.
Rubio, man. Rubio's not good.
You know, it's a lot of C tier players, but I mean, you guys are.
Garbage, man.
You guys, well, they are. It is the middle tier. And, like, if a player C, they're C. We got Westbrook. This Westbrook's
Evo
not
Russ
that
is not
bad,
that
though.
bad. He's really not bad.
I think B tier might be kind of gas now. He's somewhere between B and C. when
He's
evoed
definitely
up.
B tier. C tier is full of guys that are not good at all. He's not better
He's
than
so much
CP3
better.
though.
He's
I'll
so
say
much
that.
better than the other pink. The other pink diamond Westbrook absolutely stinks. This pink diamond Westbrook's not bad.
He's not horrible. He's not
I think
good
what's the
though.
best spot for him? Like, would I rather use this Westbrook or use Gus?
Stop it. You're using Russell. Russell or Gus is
Maybe
terrible.
Gus.
But for this tier list, if you want to move Gus up, I
No.
guess. I didn't know C tier would be this awful. C tier is terrible.
So yeah, it's a tough out spot. It's a tough out spot. Deciding. Some of these tier lists are tough, but it's like I'll go B.
I would go B too. When he's evoed up, definitely.
Because he does green a lot. He really does green a lot, so I will put him B. Stephen Curry. I'm putting this Steph in B tier.
Wow.
I'm putting Pink Diamond Steph in B.
I'm stunned right now.
I think that's where he belongs.
I am stunned right now.
He can still, to this day, he can still create. If you need to create with this
He
guy, you
lacks
can.
quite a bit though, man. I'm
Um,
just gonna throw that out there. You want to put him in B tier, that's okay, but he lacks quite a bit.
Maybe one lower. B and C are really just
C tier
kind of blended into each other.
No, B and C tier are not blended into each other. Heck no. Heck no. B tier is way above. And I do think Steph's way better than a guy like Kemba Walker, so I'm fine with that. B and C tier are not anything alike, though, with this tier list.
I don't know. I mean, if I move Dame up...
Nah, Steph's fine at B.
If I move Damian Lillard...
Steph's definitely fine at
I'd
B.
probably have to move
with where we're
Steph
at.
up.
Because C tier is terrible.
So... Yeah, I think that's the right tier for him. This Steph Curry, A.
I agree.
75th Steph.
Some people love Steph, though. Some
75th
people swear
Steph.
by him.
If he played defense, he'd be good. That's really the problem with Steph Curry. Is that Steph Curry will never play defense.
His player build's not good enough.
And if you're confused and being like, why am I saying Steph will never play defense? I mean, because he literally will never play defense.
His player build's not good enough. It's just that simple.
It's his player build. Like, the reason Steph doesn't play defense is because of stats. Like, you give Steph Curry 99 every single stat, most defensive backs off. He's still not going to play defense. His player build is just...
Let's give him like a 95 interior and block. That's the only way.
His player build is genuinely just...
Because otherwise, he is getting bullied.
It's just absolutely awful for defense. But he is the only player in the game currently with the Curry slide. He does have range extender.
Curry slide's so overrated.
Albeit only on gold. Or say no, he does have range extender on Hall of Fame. So he's really, really good. Steve Francis. I'm putting Francis in C tier.
He's not horrible.
Like, if you had asked me
when
Francis came out where I put him, I would have said, yeah, he's going to be one of the best point guards in the game. The problem is Francis was so left-right, mate. Like, the only thing Francis was
never
was
forget about left-right,
and they patched left-right.
That was AIDS to try to defend. As the walk back was AIDS, too.
And they patched it. And albeit, like, he was, outside of D-Rose, he was the best at it, but he actually shot the ball, whereas D-Rose didn't. So... there's a reason we were all so excited for Steve Francis, but I mean, as time went on, the guy just became less and less useful, and he was out of my team so quickly.
A fact.
He really was. So, yeah, C tier is the right spot today. C tier is the right spot.
C tier is garbage though right now.
Okay, so then we've got Steve Nash. I'm going with Steve Nash to C tier. Like, some people,
I think he's above most of the people in C tier.
He's very comparable to these B tier players. I don't see it.
I think he's more comparable to B tier than C tier.
Who would I rather on De'Aaron or Steve Nash? De'Aaron and Ja. De'Aaron's going to get moved up. I prefer the other guys going to move De'Aaron.
That's fine. That's fine with me.
I think Steve Nash is on that Lou Williams tier. I think he's in that Lou Williams
tier. Okay, do you think he's on the Mark Price tier though? I don't.
Move De'Aaron up one.
Mark Price is horrible.
I think Ja's slightly better than Ja. It's a close one, but I think De'Aaron's slightly better.
That's fine. I'll pick my arguments A or above, and so far it's okay.
So yeah,
Jerry West might be moved down.
So far we're doing all right.
I'd switch Jerry West and CP3.
2 more to go.
Honestly.
Tony Parker, D.
I'd have CP3 bad. And A tier. That's what I would have.
He's really bad for what he is. As a Galaxy Opal, as a draft reward, there's no reason to ever play this
Tony
game
Parker
mode.
is horrible.
He's bad.
He's horrible. Literally horrible.
I mean, he is a D tier player.
Can we get a good draft reward next season?
Into C tier, Trae Young. Trae Young can still cook. Trae Young can genuinely still cook. So
yeah, but that's it. He can't dunk, can't play defense. Like,
I mean, can't really.
I'm kind of mad about Chris Paul.
You know what you're doing. You know how
like,
to fade away.
Forget everything else.
A lot of shots with the guy. So yeah,
forget everything else. Can we move Chris Paul to A tier?
So this is kind of my worthless tier. D tier, C tier, B tier.
Move Chris Paul to A tier. I think he belongs in there.
And S tier. Let me know which ones you agree with and which ones you guys don't. Obviously, not everyone's going to agree with everything. So I'm perfectly fine with people that don't agree with me. And again, that's what makes these lists fun. If everyone agreed on everything,
but
these lists would not be fun at all.
But what I would say is, shout out to DVG for the tier list. This was a pretty solid tier list. It's everybody's C or lower disregard because they're not really good at 2K. Do you guys think that Chris Paul deserves A tier? Let me know that down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.